This is a special presentation of AreaCable.com and the Area Guides Network, produced by CraigShipp.com with special guests from around the globe. I'm Peter McDermott, and now on to our featured presentation.
Okay, and we do have folks from all around the globe this evening, and I'm going to start by introducing Slacker J, and you also go by Jason Myers. You're muted, Jason. I think Jason's muted. Yeah.
There we go. Sorry about that.
No problem.
Yes, my real name's Jason Myers. My AKA is Slacker J.
Okay, can you tell us a little bit about Slacker J and exactly what you all do?
We're involved in the motorsports business through a company, Slacker Incorporated, and it's a lifestyle brand that's really integrated into the professional motorsports, directly with the teams, outfitting the teams, vinyl graphics, social media, and then also on a retail side, offering our products and services to the customer, trackside at the races as well.
Okay, and I understand that you just came off a relatively important event this past weekend. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
We did. It was actually a huge event for us. We were involved with the Grand Am Cup, and it was the last race of the year, and it's really the top ladder of professional motorsports in the United States. And we partnered with a team, Auto House Motorsports, that was actually leading the championship. And it was our first foray into the Grand Am Series. Our history is mainly in the American Le Mans Series and Viper Cup. So it was an important step for us, and it also introduced the Grand Am fans to our brand. And it really was a fantastic event for us. Haley was there, as a matter of fact. We got a lot of great press out of it. We got a lot of great TV time, and the phone and the email are just ringing off the hook.
We'll switch over to Haley. Haley, you might want to unmute. There we go. And Haley, can you tell us a little bit about your experience there this past weekend?
Sure, Craig. As you know, I do a lot of promotional modeling. I actually met Jason and his coworker JP back at Elkhart Lake, and after meeting them, they invited me out to Ohio for the weekend to work with their company. As far as that experience went, it was completely different from what I did in Baltimore. You know, obviously I was working with Patron Tequila in Baltimore, but it was a very good experience. So it was a big crowd, and I had a great time. Can you hear me okay?
So we've got you. Yes, we can hear you. So how would you contrast that appearance compared to the appearance with Patron? I'll try to pronounce it right this week.
Well, obviously they're completely different companies. One's the liquor industry, one's more working with, you know, apparel and that kind of work. So they are two different things. With Jason, he is a growing company, but they do a great job. They're very professional. Obviously, Patron's been around for years, so it's completely different from one another. But both times were really good. I loved Ohio. It was awesome out there.
So let's do this. Let's switch screen. Okay, and so you all should be able to see the first picture here. And Jason, can you tell us the significance of this picture?
Yeah, you know, this was a really surprising picture. The race event that we were involved in was televised live on Speed Channel, and the viewership there is just incredible. So part of what we did with the team is we got brand identity on their timing equipment and their car. And this gentleman in this photograph is Brian Till. He's very well known in the professional racing circles, and he's one of the pit reporters. And he did a report in front of our pit, and this was the backdrop for it, which was pretty big. I mean, you know, like Haley said, we're a small company, but we positioned ourselves well, and here's a prime example of that. to get our name out in front of the general public. This here was the Auto House team. We outfitted them with rain gear, jackets, polos, shorts, shirts, as part of what we offer to race teams. And they looked really, really nice. They're a Chevy factory-backed team, and it really made an impression, especially going into a championship race. The picture of the vendor booth there. You know, it was a beautiful day out there, and what we had is we had race cars, we had a Ducati, and that really embodies our brand, and that's go out there and have a good time, do it right, do it well, very colorful and upbeat. So that was a nice time. And that's the Auto House Camaro. Just lost the championship by 2 points this past race, and really a beautiful car. It really is.
They go pretty fast, don't they?
They do, yeah. They absolutely do. I would say on Mid-Ohio Straight, they were probably getting upwards of 150.
Is that Jackie signing that photo there?
That's Haley. That's the famous Haley.
Oh, that's Haley, is it? Okay.
Yeah, they do a grid walk, and they allow the fans all on the pit lane. And Haley was there representing Slacker Incorporated with Auto House, and this gentleman, she's famous. Had to get the autograph.
Wow. That's cool, man. Good on you. That's good.
Yes.
Now, what is this?
This is one of our products. It's new for 2011. It's a Ducati brake rotor, and we take brake rotors that are actually used on race bikes, race cars, whatever the case might be, and we produce them into a hand-built, upcycled clock. So that's a clock with carbon fiber backing, and it's an actual rotor from a Ducati, a late model Ducati 1098. That was just that was a shot of the race car that we use that you saw here, as a matter of fact, for the display, and that was our icon that we used throughout the weekend. And these are my girlfriends. Just kidding.
Oh my God.
They were at the Baltimore Grand Prix and working with Patron, and we talked about that a little bit in last week's show. So anyone that missed that can go back and take a look at that show. So I'm going to, let's see if there's anything else I wanted to show while I got the screen. Oh, I'm going to go to there's the Slacker Incorporated Facebook page. Yep. So you can go there and find that and like that page.
Yeah, and you know, Craig, there's a lot of great videos being integrated into the team. I got great video access and live pit stops and great pictures. So if you know, get a chance, definitely look at it.
And then want to make folks aware of the fact that their Twitter URL is Slacker_Inc. Slacker_Inc. So you can find them there and follow them on Twitter. And then the website is slackerinc.com.
Yep, nice website.
Slackerinc.com, and they can find that. So it looks like Jackie's dropped out again. She might have an internet connection issue. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch over again to Haley and just talk a little bit about this past weekend. And we saw you signing the autograph. What other chores did you have to do? I mean, this was not a vacation. You were out there working. What exactly were you doing?
My job basically, Craig, was to promote the product. So I did spend a lot of time sitting in the Slacker booth and basically just mingling with the fans as I come through. To be honest, I was just learning about the product myself. I did get to, learn a little bit through the website and everything, but aside from that, I was fairly new to it as well. I did the grid, as Jason had talked about, so I did get to mingle with fans down there a little bit. But yeah, that was basically what my job was including, and like I said, it was just a great experience. It's definitely fun working with a new company as well.
And you got to meet Patrick Dempsey. You have to get that in there.
Yes, that was a good time.
Yes. Craig, Patrick Dempsey was pitted next to our team. So he was right there the whole race, and Haley got a nice picture with him. McDreamy.
Yep. Haley, I wanted to run a little scenario by you and get your impression. Google Plus, this Hangout that we're in tonight, they rolled out new features yesterday. And some of the features we saw earlier where you can share Google Documents, you can have a sketch pad where you can draw pictures or whatever. So they're slowly but surely adding a lot of additional features to these Hangouts. Another thing they did was, excuse me, they rolled it out so you can use it on an Android phone. So you can use it on your cell phone. So I'm thinking about iPads and other mobile devices and how you might be able to use those at an event and kind of be generating a hangout with multiple people coming in from multiple locations on the track or in the vicinity of the event, and creating a mix of feedback and comments and so on, creating your own show, if you will, your own closed circuit show that then you can put up on YouTube and let the world see. So what would be your thoughts on those possibilities?
I think that would be a great idea, actually. The only issue is they have to probably, I would say, sign some sort of contract saying that we're allowing them to be put on the internet. Otherwise, we could have some sort of liability as far as with fans or, you know, whoever we're interviewing not wanting to be on the show. So that would be something that we would have to look into. Other than that, I would think that it would be very successful if we did try to do that. I think that it's something that is going to continue to grow with Google Plus, and they're going to continue to enhance the program. So.
I'm sorry, can you repeat that, Craig?
The possibilities of using this Hangout technology at a large live event to, in effect, have feeds coming in from multiple locations at that event and then capturing that content to then put on your website later or to use for whatever promotional purposes you choose.
You know, I think she touched on a couple points. One, I think it'd be great. It's a great environment to do it. And we've actually looked at getting a live feed directly from a car and broadcasting it over the internet. So the technology's there. You know, as far as people, I'm sure that there's some legalities that could certainly be overcome, but as these technologies emerge, these are things that really need to be addressed. So I think it's possible, and I really think people are looking for that instant gratification like that, so there's definitely a place for it.
Assuming that we've got all the necessary releases and assuming everything is fine, good to go, what benefits can you see in capturing some of this content and then putting it up on the internet to share and promote? And as far as your career goes, what benefits would you see for yourself?
For myself, I would say that it gives other people a good experience of what I do, so people can get a better understanding of what I do. But more importantly, for the company, I think that depending on what company you're promoting, again, it does give a good feel for advertising. It does allow fans and whoever else on the internet would be interested in seeing the product or the actual race itself. They would get a better experience just being up close and actually being able to see it, you know, versus, you know, something on the speed channel, as awesome as it is to see, it's just almost unrealistic versus having an actual media camera right up there.
You know, in today's day and age, people really want live content. You get it on your cell phone, you can get live TV, and it's a real opportunity to bring that to the casual fan at home.
Yeah, I think that the only thing that you need to look into with regard to that, and I know I ran into this at the Baltimore Grand Prix, is there's certain things you can and can't shoot. But a lot of the behind-the-scenes stuff and a lot of that is all fair game. you can't really shoot the race itself. They give video rights to people that have the rights
Right.
to that. But I think a lot of the behind the scenes stuff and all that is also interesting.
Yes.
And my thought process is that if you're going to all the trouble to put on the event and to sponsor it and so on, it should live on in photos, in videos, in a show like this. It should live on any ways you can practically make it live on without spending a bunch of money, obviously.
Right.
There can be a point of no return if it costs you a lot of money to do it. So the benefit to something like using Google Plus is it's relatively low cost to do it. Whereas in the past, to do a multi-camera show like this would be fairly expensive. Here, everybody just needs a webcam, and they can come in, and basically you've got a multi-camera show. And you can have up to 9 people, so really you could have 9 camera shots. And what your plans are going forward for your product line, and just anything else you want to say is kind of a wrap-up.
I'm sorry, Craig, I missed the first part. If that was directed towards me, I dropped out there briefly.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Anything that you wanted to add with regard to the specific event that you all were at this past weekend and your product line and where you go from there?
Yeah, you know, where we go from here, really, we're already making plans for 2012, and I think that they're going to be involving Haley. You know, people want to see consistency. They want to see good quality product, and really that's what we can bring them in an exciting atmosphere. And they're looking for an experience, and we're looking to bring that to them.
Okay. And Haley, so I guess you're looking forward to continuing to work with Jason. And any other comments that you want to wrap up with?
Nope, my only other comments are to check out their webpage. They do have very interesting product, as you see earlier, so go ahead and check that out. Also on their Facebook page, they do have some, like we had been talking about with the live videos, behind the scene videos. They do have a couple of those as well that are very interesting. Yeah,
and the website again is slackerinc.com. So, and Twitter is slacker_inc, I believe, on the Twitter account. So,
Correct.
anything else that you want to add?
But Haley, I'm going to be really excited to see how you, at your age, are able to use this technology to excel yourself in your career. And Slacker, I'm very excited to see how you're going to use this technology to propel your business. And you know, it's a very open forum. Craig brings up a good point with paying attention to the law. You know, I have a lot of hesitations moving in that direction. But I'm just very interested to see how you guys use this in the next few years. It's a great tool, and there's just a sandbox full of opportunity. So I hope you guys go out and play.
I agree.
I did want to add one more thing. I will be doing a presentation in my class tomorrow on this Google Plus feature. So I think it'll be a good, you know, excuse to get more kids involved. Not kids, but people my age, getting this generation going with the Google Plus. So I look forward to, you know, introducing that to my class for those of, you know, who have not heard of it yet. So I'll be using these videos.
Sure. Good. Very good. Well, I appreciate everybody coming in tonight, and you can find out about me by just going to CraigShipp.com, and you can find these videos by going to youtube.com/areacable. So thanks again for coming in, everybody.
Thank you for having us.
Thanks for having us, Craig.
Thanks, Greg. Thanks for letting me on, mate.